Thailand is one of the world's most popular tourist destinations. Millions visit the country every year, looking to explore the beautiful landscapes, taste the cuisine, and experience the culture. But behind the pretty pictures is a horrible secret that, once uncovered, has the power to transform tourists into voluntourists.
I was kind of shocked to find out that the mistreatment of elephants that the local people don't even know about, because they're everywhere you look. There's a photo of an elephant. You know, the king has his elephants, but then they're horribly mistreated to break them just so they're well behaved for tourists.
Paul Patinos didn't want to be that tourist. He wanted to experience the culture. And more importantly, he wanted to make a difference.
I think when I first came to Thailand, I was really excited to ride an elephant. Now I don't think I ever want to ride an elephant. You know, when in a place like Toronto, when you go to the zoo and you're 100 feet away from an elephant, oh, they're ferocious and powerful. And now, you know, about 10 minutes ago, I got hit in the nuts by an elephant while walking across the deck to feed them. As you can see here, I'm not afraid of them, and I've been petting them, and they like you, and they want to be, you know, play with you, and it's quite a special place where I'm not 100 feet away from them. And I walk past them, and I touch them as I'm walking past, and I clean up after them, and I bathe them. And when you bathe them, you're on top of them. You're literally scrubbing them. And there's one right here, but he's a little big, but he kind of likes me, I think. I find the females tend to like me a little bit better.
For $400 a week, he and about 20 other voluntourists traded their hotels and trekking excursions for a small cot with a mosquito net, 4 a.m. wake-up calls, and daily chores. It's the toughest adventure they'd ever loved.
It's not fun.
The Elephant Nature Park is a sanctuary for abused and neglected elephants. Situated in northern Thailand, it was established in 1995. Here the elephants are able to roam free, and they are cared for by the voluntourists. It's a world away from the devastating reality that most Thai elephants endure.
I didn't know about the Pajan. I knew about the trekking industry. I didn't know the cruelty or the abuse that was associated with it.
This is also where the voluntourists learn of the secret of the Pajan. It means spirit crusher. It's a centuries-old sadistic and brutal practice that cripples the elephant's body and soul.
Really, I was appalled at the situation, but comforted to know that I could do something positive to help.
And for the voluntourists, seeing the fruits of their labor is all the reward they need. Miraculously, these battered and neglected gentle giants have such strong spirits. Although they never forget the torture they endured at the hands of humans, they give us a second chance, and they manage to mesmerize everyone who touches them. And suddenly, things that might seem less enjoyable back home bring unimaginable joy.
We shoveled sand, which is pretty much poo, and then we ended up having a poo fight, and I'm covered in poo.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. More than power, never. Ever after work is over.
Like I say, the world needs to know what is going on, and the more pressure from outside, the more Thailand will actually help support and change their views.
Oh, I'm sorry, but the lunch bell is ringing, so we have to go right now.
Hungry, perfect, yeah. Time to get some food.
And there's nothing like authentic Thai cuisine to fuel the voluntourists.
The volunteers, yeah, they're here a week and they're just really proud of the work they do, and 99.9% of them go on and tell everybody about the park, and for some people it's the highlight of their travelling.
Duncan Coleman only intended to spend a week at the park. 8 weeks later, he's still here.
Well, a lot of people bond really quickly with people here because it's such an amazing experience. So people become really intense sort of friends over a week.
My elephant is Pupa. Now, we haven't seen a lot of...
The voluntourists take ownership of the park, and they learn each elephant's story.
And he loves women. And he gives special interest to certain females that don't want it.
In the younger days, Simon was double worked. Worked as a tourist trekker during the day and logging at night.
It's not possible to leave this park unaffected. Paul, now back at work in Toronto, says his experience left an imprint that he'll carry with him always.
The feeling I had while I was there that I didn't want to forget it. And, the reason I put it on my wrist is symbolic of, I'm constantly checking the time when I'm here, both for work purposes, both for life. You're constantly, again, in that rat race where I wanted every morning when I put my watch on to see the elephant and remind me of the elephant park.
This park is so unique and they're doing something so worthwhile and so great.
Yeah, there's a lot of dirty hard work that needs to be done.
Déjà cet endroit-là, c'est sûr que je l'oublierai jamais.
It's been a week of immersion, working with the elephants, finding out about the elephants, and finding out about Thailand.
Throughout the rest of my life, I'll always think of elephants.
The Voluntourist, a one-week experience that can change your life.
Thank you for all the volunteers for putting up with me, because I try and make them eat bugs and I make them buy Samsung at the shop. And thank you to the elephants for just being elephants. And thank you to the dogs for not biting me and being friendly. And thank you to the cats for not eating Gary and Barry.